Well, I've got one better for you, and it comes to us from our friends in Fremont, California. And this is a bi-directional charging capability that apparently already exists in all of the 500,000 or so Tesla Model 3s in the world. So
Hmm.
the deal is that this actually could overnight provide billions of dollars to the company and in value to the companies using it in creating a virtual power plant, which I can go really deep on. I've been researching that for a few weeks here, but this is known as vehicle to grid charging. Also, I've heard people say vehicle to home. It's the same thing, honestly. But there was this guy, Marco Giaola. I don't know how to say that. Who did a teardown of a Model 3 for a Tesla competitor, which I like how they say competitor. That's a fair word. And he said that reverse engineering the Model 3 charger, the design is fully bidirectional. And so the reason that matters, just real quick recap. Say you have solar panels on your house. Those generate DC energy. Your home, unless you have some weird specialized thing, cannot use DC energy. You must have an inverter. The inverter converts that to AC energy. Then that's how you actually use solar power. This is also why if you don't have a battery backup or what's known as a gateway to do the switching, if the grid goes down, even though you have solar panels and they are generating energy, your home cannot use this energy because the inverter itself is grid tied. So this means this reverse engineering that the charger in the Model 3, which again, remember the charger for your electric car is in the car. It's not the thing that's hanging from your wall. That is actually able to convert AC to DC and then DC back to AC. So that means that it could actually send energy from your car to the grid or to your home. And the average Model 3 out there, I'll just go out on a limb and say that they have 70 kilowatt hours, let's say between standard range and long range and all that on average. And that is actually a ton of energy. You should be able to run a home on that for a few days at minimum, I would say. So depending, if you're in an off-grid situation, you could run probably for a week or more on that if you really had to. So that means that someone do some quick math for me in Discord. 70 kilowatt hours times 500,000 cars is going to be what? 35 or 3.5 gigawatt hours of energy? Somewhere in that realm. Mini gigawatt hours, we'll say, of already existing battery energy storage that is decentralized and spread throughout the world. Dude, I cannot possibly overstate how big of a deal that would be if this is true. And they flip this on. Because gigawatt hours is substantial in the grid terms. And with that, I mean, dude, like overnight you could put out all of the nuclear, or sorry, not the nuclear, but the like natural gas peaker plants and all these things that are out there. You could literally just decommission them and charge off people's cars. There's some logistics and some, who gets charged for what and what time is it plugged in and blah, blah, blah. Things you'd have to work out. But if the capability is there, this could totally be a skunkwork project that's been going on for a year. And then next week it'll be, oh, by the way, PG&E just shuts down half of their facilities because people just plug in their Teslas. There you go. Game over. It's unreal. If this is truly there and they are doing this, it's an absolute game changer, which also means you as a owner of a car not only could run your house off of this, but you could make money on it by selling energy back to the grid. So you rack up those free supercharger miles by referring other Tesla customers. Then you go use those to charge up, and then you sell that energy back. At the end of the day, at the end of the year, you get a check for it. Wow. Like, no joke, that is actually happening for people with Powerwalls. Now it could just be like, oh, we just have, 10x our Powerwall deployments, essentially. Our virtual power plant just got massive.
So is this only for Model 3s or even Model S's or whatever that have been in the last year or so? Or, I mean, have all of them had this in there secretly this whole time?
Well,
I mean, it's kind of hard to say, I guess, based off of one teardown.
Yeah, I didn't see what he did in terms of what year the vehicle was. I'm trying to see.
Right.
Oh, in 2018?
Because
No.
Sandy Monroe also tore down a Model 3 right
And a Model
away at the
Y.
beginning, and a
Yeah.
Model Y.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And then there's a guy that on Reddit, of course, which I'm not going to give a username, I'm not going to have credit. Just even mentioning Reddit like pains me. But there was a guy who posted a video that said it was debunked because he had the PCB board and said it wasn't designed that way. His was from a 2018 model, so maybe they changed it. Who knows?
Mm.
But bottom line, if this is real, I mean, it's the ultimate like masterstroke for Tesla, where like, oh yeah, we've been telling you we're an energy company forever. Remember,
Mm.
you didn't believe us with all these sexy cars we've been putting out, and here you go. Here's your sign. Because it would literally like put natural gas peaker plants out of business. It would be like for the energy companies, why would we ever need these? It's that game changing of a tech if they could do it.
I mean, I've been thinking this whole time, like I would love to go out and get a Powerwall or something, but I have one strapped to the bottom of my car. So wouldn't it
You've
be
got
nice
like 9 strapped to the, or no, like
Well-
5 strapped to the bottom of your car.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, what is there? I know we've talked about this because the Nissan Leaf has done this forever, vehicle to grid, and
I don't think they have. They enabled it,
The
right?
new
But I
one.
don't think it's
Okay.
available. Is it? Maybe I'm wrong.
I remember they made a stink of it a few years ago or whatever, but I just don't want to know why. Like, why isn't Tesla doing this? Why would it? Why don't they just like come on?
Okay. So there's some nuance here. Okay. So, and spoiler alert, I have a video coming out on virtual power plants because Tesla is doing this in multiple areas. If you want to go deeper on that, you can just Google Tesla Connected Solutions. That's their name of their virtual power plant technology. And the interesting bit is that Tesla is essentially becoming not a utility, right? So high level, how the grid works is you have people that make energy and then people that distribute energy, that get it to your house. In regulated states, those are the same people. They must be the same people. In deregulated states, which is a lot of states in the country now, those can be different people. So us as, big rich YouTubers could go like start a solar farm and start selling energy to people just in a deregulated state like California. Totally doable. However, you can also sell that energy back to the distributor, which is who you pay your electric bill to. So Green Mountain Power in Vermont, or I don't know, SDG&E, PG&E, people like that, they can buy energy from us. So in these other utilities, Tesla is making those deals. They're negotiating with the utilities, saying, "Hey, look, we have reliable storage up to X amount of gigawatts or megawatts, whatever the case is." And because it's a battery, it takes 0 time to spin up, unlike a
Right.
natural gas peaker plant, which you have to like flip on.
Mhm.
And it's cheaper. So in the end, you get just a better, it's like, better, faster, stronger kind of it's solution for the grid. So they're like, hell yeah, let's do this. And so Tesla gets paid from the utility for providing that energy, and then Tesla redistributes that money to the Powerwall owners. So this exists today, and it's happening. People are actually getting physical checks. And imagine then if they could do this for everyone that has a Tesla car at an even grander scale. Because, yeah, one car has, 6+ Powerwalls worth of energy in it. The challenge would be having it connected at certain times. So you'd have to have kind of an agreement and a way to monitor and all those things, which maybe could be done with the onboard charger and the built-in software, the built-in computer on the car, but that to me is still a big missing component. Maybe that's what's taken so long, is they have to write all that software, interface with the utilities, all those kind of things.
So your car would kind of need to be plugged in all the time.
Well, you probably have an agreement with the utility, and they may have to install additional hardware that lets them know when it's okay to pull, or they would have to interface with Tesla's software to know that, which is totally doable. This is all like it's not rocket science, but it's all totally doable. But there would have to be some kind of agreement. So the virtual power plant thing, the Connected Solutions program, the way that works is you as a Powerwall owner opt in, and then they will let you know, hey, we're going to pull from your Powerwall at this time or whatever. So you actually participate in what they call events. And that event, based on how much energy they take, is how you end up getting paid. So it's not a, I mean, from the Powerwall owner, you're just like, okay, sure, whatever. You just kind of don't do anything. But if it were a car that's not always plugged in, there would have to be some kind of handshake arrangement or separate feature in the app that's like, you plug your car in and hit a button and say, cool, it's ready, it's available, kind of a thing. And then, hey, you can't take it out for 2 hours because you know what I mean? There would have to be some kind of a coordination. But yeah, completely doable.
And I wonder if this would put extra stress on the battery. Or
more
degradation
cycles
over time.
Yeah, it could.
Yeah.
It could. Depending on how fast and how much the energy is pulled. Although I don't know if pulling energy does the same, but cycling the battery is, from all the data I've seen, all the stuff I've read, seems to be the big killer of them. So as long as you didn't take it down below a certain percentage, and leave it there, you should be fine.
I'm assuming you'll be able to say, like, here's how much I would like to, utilize for the grid, so that if you, wake up in the morning, you're like, oh crap, the power's out in the neighborhood, but I still need to get to work. That you still have, like, half your battery left or whatever,
And that's exactly how the Powerwall system works for those people that are in those programs. They can actually specify how much they want to keep on reserve, and they can adjust it real time. And all Powerwall owners currently that have Teslas, there is now bi-directional communication with the car and the Powerwall. So if, like, at my house where I have Powerwalls and electric cars, if the power goes out, if the grid goes down, I can actually tell the car to only charge to a certain percentage in a backup, like, off-grid situation. So the car and the Powerwall currently have that communication capability. Okay. So yeah, I would imagine if and when this comes, it would be the same situation.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this clip from our show. If that's just not enough for you and you want to watch the full episode, you can go to olfpod.com/YT.
And if you want more from us, you can consider becoming a Patreon member. You'll get early access to episodes. You can join our awesome community. You can actually watch us record live and get your name in the credits by going to olfpod.com/Patreon.
So thanks everyone for watching. Check back every Friday for new clips here and new episodes on the main channel.
Thanks, everybody.